Hi, how we all doing today? Well, I guess we have another one coming for you. Today, we're going to be working on a door to get into the chicken coop, make things a little easier. And we'll be right back after this. Hi, I'm Leo, your host. Welcome back to Herbal Gardens Homestead. Well, today I've been telling you for a while that we're going to have to try to get a door into this chicken coop back here where the Australorps are. And we're going to be going right over there, and I'm going to remove one of them. And we have a door frame that we're going to try to put together. This is not going to be a professional job because, like I said, I'm not going to put a lot of energy and effort into something I'm not going to have very long. I'm going to be tearing it apart soon anyway. But I have a frame of a door that was built for something else. And I'm going to go ahead and put that together so that we can start working on this. Well, this is the frame that I was going to use. It's actually not a door frame. It was a part to a workout squat rack that was made with 2x4s. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this off of here, and then it's just going to be a real big opening, and I'm going to cut it. I'm probably going to cut it to where it's only about, maybe 6 feet tall instead of the full 8 something, because it's really tall, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut it down to probably about 6 feet, and then we'll start figuring out how we're going to connect it over to the fence here, and it'll be standing up, and then go over and then connect to the rest of the fence. What I'm doing right now is I'm using my triangle so that I can get a straight line to go across where I'm going to cut it. From up there to down here, I have about 6 feet. So right here is also 6 feet on this side, and my triangle makes them straight so I can cut a straight line. I just realized that I'm going to be adding a 2x4 on the bottom. So that's going to make it more than 6 feet tall. So I'm going to have to take off another 2 inches to make up for the wood that's going on there. So from here, I'm going to go up and mark it. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to, from here to here is the 2 inches, and that's where I'm going to mark it. And that will be where we cut on this side of the line to make up. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to be doing the same thing on this side, right here. The same thing. Giving it 2 inches, marking it, so on a straight line. for this side as well. Okay, so what I have right here is my drill, and what I'm going to do, start taking this apart because we're going to use the same wood. It's always good to repurpose anything that you have. There we go. If the nails are good too, screws, sorry, not nails. If the screws heads were not drilled or messed up, then you can also reuse those. Now what I just realized is this right here is glued on. So I'm gonna have to go get my sledgehammer. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, now that I have all of that apart, I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting. Here's the situation. I lent my saw to somebody and they didn't return it. So I'm gonna have to do something that I normally would never do, and I wouldn't tell anybody else to do it. But if you don't have a saw, what I'm gonna do is say to you, that's not what I was gonna say. But what I was gonna say to you is use the second best thing. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take the saw and I'm gonna cut it and try to get it going as straight as I can. Well, at least it was able to get cut, and now I'll show you how straight that cut was. Now, normally I wouldn't recommend people do this, like I said, but if you know how to hold a saw and you know how to use a saw, then you can get a really, really nice straight cut with a chainsaw. The same as over here. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this and go from side to side and take this and put it in on the bottom of the frame. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and screw this in to where it stays so I can start to do both sides. Now I'll come over here and I'll do this side as well. Another one just to make sure over here. And then I have another screw somewhere. I'll need 2 more just so I can make sure this all stays together. And this will be the last one right here. All right, so what I did was I went ahead and I took one of these off. It was inside of here on this side. Now we just have to take one more off and we'll be able to start taking this piece off so that we have a clean frame all the way around. Well, it looks like we have it right here, and this is the frame. We're going to use this to frame, and then we're going to start building the door that goes on top of it next with the chicken wire. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to take these right here, okay? I'm going to take these and I'm going to make a door that connects to that with a couple of hinges and a lock or two. And it's going to be 36 by 71 and a half. I have a triangle around here somewhere, but it disappeared from inside of here. Let me go grab it. Once again, I'm going to use the same thing here. Make sure I got a straight line. There's one. Another one right here. What I do is I save these for any other projects that I might have. Never throw away any wood, because you might come along and need something for another project that you're doing and you'll have the scraps. I'm going to do another 36 inches with this one. Always get this. It's a little... Sure does come in handy. There we go. Now what we have is the frame of the door. Look how nice that is. That is really good. And that's done with a chainsaw. Okay, what we have here is a situation where this is really not large at all. I want to get literally a screw in there without splitting the wood. And that's why we're going to use a screw, a drill, so that we can screw it in. Anytime you're going to use a drill bit, you want to make sure that you know the size of your screws. As soon as I find a screw that I'm going to use, what I do is I like to figure out which drill bit is the closest to it. Now, this one right here is actually a little bit big. I don't want one too large, because if it is too large, then it could possibly slide out from where. If you see, there we go. This one's just a little bit smaller, just a smidgen. Just a smidgen smaller. Okay? And what I do is put this in. There we go. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and figure out which piece we're going to be connecting it to. And since I put it on top, we're going to go ahead and drill through both of them at the same time. Just like that. And then we'll have a hole through there. That way it won't split when we put it through. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Now once that's done, we go ahead and take the drill bit out and put the screw bit back in. So I go ahead and take this and start it off. Then hold this right here and screw it in. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Then I'm going to flip it over and do the other side same way. Then I'm going to flip it over and just do the same thing on the other side. All right, so right now what we have is the air compressor pumping up, and we're putting the chicken wire on, and we use air gun that can staple. You want to make sure you pull it tight. I got it. Yeah. Right here, you want to make sure you pull it tight. All the way tight. There we go. First piece on. All right. Well, it looks like we are done with the chicken wire on the door. It's all nice and tight in a lot of places. It's double wrapped. It overlaps like this much just to give it a little more extra security in the middle. And what we're going to do now to tie the chicken wire together is we're going to use this little thing right here. It's got these little clamps on it, and we can clamp it together. See, I'll do a demo here for you. It squeezes like that, and see, it makes a circle, and it'll tie anything together that it wraps around. We'll go ahead and do that now. Try to get some of these, put this out of the way right here. Let's go ahead and try to do some of that now. All right, if you look close, you'll see all of them where they are locking this together. See them? And it'll go all the way down. And then we're going to go ahead and head over there and try to get the frame up. Get it up on the frame afterwards. Well, here it is. We got the frame up, got the door on, and it's a lot easier to walk in there now. It goes up and down. This is the door, and now we can just go on in. It's a lot easier now. Right here, this is the locks. We just have locks up here and down below. And you see it down there. And we got the door. And it does real good. It opens and closes. So we're happy about that. Well, just want to say thank you very much for joining us right here today on Herbal Gardens Homestead for the door build to the chicken coop. And remember, love your land and it'll love you back. Take care. See you next time.